Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I am Mike, and that is Nick. Nick is back from vacation. Nick, how was the vacation in Florida, man? You got to tell us.
It was lovely, man. Let me tell you, I went to St. Petersburg, then I went to Orlando to go to Universal Studios, then I went back to St. Petersburg. But dude, you've been to Universal Studios before, right?
Yeah, the fucking Disney bullshit.
Yeah, but
Like
this
at the
shit
time.
is no, but Universal Studios is its own entity, so it's nothing. Dude, it's like adults can have fun at Universal Studios. Yeah, adults can have fun in anywhere in Disney, but Universal Studios has all these different sections of it. It's gigantic. It has a Simpsons town where you could go sit at a bar. You could sit at Moe's bar that has been made exactly as it and drink fucking beer. And then they have Duff beer, bro. They have Duff Light and they have Duff beer that you
Really?
could sit down at a bar and drink. Yeah.
I would get duffed up if I fucking went there. No joke. That'd be like fucking, that'd be too much, man. The Simpsons and shit, that'd be bugged out.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Then they have like Harry Potter World and shit. Like it's pretty much like this, just like an exact replica of it. The dragon that breathes fire. They have ET ride still is there. It's fucking awesome, dude. It's an awesome place. It really is.
You got to move down there, huh?
Yeah, and then St. Petersburg is chilled out. Like you can go there and party, or you could just chill out. Beautiful. The beach is great. It's a nice lifestyle down there.
Nice.
Hot as balls, though. Hot as
That's
balls.
I think that's why everybody retires and just goes there because they just want to fucking be like kids again.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Like the day I'm retiring, like, yeah, I'll probably go down there and fucking drink some Duff beer. Yeah, but while you're on vacation, I was with Belarsik doing the podcast last week.
Yeah.
Things went okay. We had a nice little podcast, nice little chat. Then I didn't go on vacation, but I did go to our restaurant. Shout out to my homegirl Jane. We went out for dinner. We actually sat at the bar. I seen the owner, and he sponsors our softball team. Obviously, he's going to sponsor us again this year. If you're ever in White Plains, whoever listens, stop at Bonamici. Go in there. Great Italian food. Mafioso maybe it could be. I don't know. Depends on who you might see walking around in the joint, man. But it's great food, man. Good time, and always get the chicken parm with like the penny vodka sauce, man. Fucking delicious, man. So fucking good. But
food.
our softball team, bro, is like 2-0 now. We're fucking crushing it. I mean, sure, we had to drop down a division from C to D, but we're winning. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, listen, when your whole team, when 3 people maybe on the team are under 40, you got to go to the D.
Yeah, right. You got to drop. But the D is the new B because they got rid of the A and the B.
Yeah.
So all the really good teams are in the C division, which we were in last year.
Yeah.
Now we're in the D. Now there's like 2 different E division because everybody went to the very last possible division you could go to, thinking everybody sucks.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't suck. It is softball. Like,
Right.
See the ball, hit the ball. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you're an idiot and just a spaz in the like infield or outfield, you just like saw uncoordinated, you can't catch. I mean, if you can't catch a fucking softball during a game, I mean, listen, I dropped one yesterday at first base. It's like, you all can fuck up like one time or another,
Right.
but you can't just be like a spaz and fuck up all the time. You know what I mean? There's special like leagues you could play in if you're like that kind of person,
Right.
You play with a clincher.
I think that that's the E is the clincher, which.
Oh yeah, somebody told me that they play with a clincher now and not a real softball. What the fuck? If that was an option, I would have actually moved up to our division just to play with a real fucking ball. Fuck that. A clincher. Clincher's whack.
I hate those balls, dude. Well, I like throwing them. I can wing a clincher for some reason.
Yeah, of course. Because they're girls' balls. They're
girls'
balls.
Yeah, 100%. But if there happens to be a team this year that like just dropped down and got their eagle on like us to the D League and just kills everybody and they just really deserve to be in the A League,
yeah,
I'm gonna like set them up for like a crime or something and call the cops and rat them out and get them all put in prison or something like that. Either that or like
Right.
put a laxative in their water and like just watch them all shit themselves on the field. Not gonna let that happen
All
this
the
year.
dumber shit, or fucking or light their sponsors on fire, like they're doing to all the food plants around the world.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Shout out to Malarzik for filling me in last week. Filling in for me last week.
Filling in.
Yeah, and dropping all his friends' names that nobody that on the podcast knows about. Good job on that, Mike. Right now, Mike's like, what? What's he talking about?
So Larry went to go see Sam, and then Allison was there.
Oh shit, that's great.
Shout out to Mikey.
Yeah, we love you, buddy. Happy birthday. It was his birthday recently, right? Last month.
I think like eight years ago.
Dude, why does it feel like his birthday was like 2 weeks ago, but it was like 6 weeks ago?
Dude, it was a while ago. Yeah, it was like March fucking 15th, dude. It's the end of April.
Yo, we're fucking a third of the way through the year.
No
it's
shit.
May soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be May like in a fucking couple of days after this weekend. It's fucking May.
Do you
Dude,
look back? Yeah. Do you look back ever and say like, what have I done? I was keeping a list one time and I was like, oh shit, I did all of this, but now I feel like I don't do anything.
Yeah, my list is like pretty much, I don't even need to write anything because it's nothing. I do nothing. Okay. all my list says is now is just fucking eating and podcasting. That's pretty much it. It's awful now. So I can add that to my list.
And not chocolate milking.
Not chocolate milk. No, I'm done with that shit. Not chocolate milk at all. I mean, I had 1.5 gallon a couple of days ago, but that was it. That was it.
It's all right. You're allowed to, man. It's like when you stop drinking and shit like that, like you should still be able to drink a little bit, like if you want to,
In moderation, everything's good in moderation. You just can't overdo it. Like I was drinking like 8 gallons. Like, let's be real. That's fucking crazy. At my fucking age, at 29 years old, I can't fucking keep doing that shit.
But somehow you're faster than you've ever been. You're Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. Like for some reason, man, I've been like lightning on the fucking base pads on softball. And before you guys started saying it, like I felt it when I ran from first to third that fucking first day. I was like, man, I felt fucking good. I mean, how did I get here so fast? Yeah. That's what I asked Kevin when Kevin's with third base. I'm like, how did I get here? Like so quick, man. Like, did you see me? Like fucking flash and shit. And then all you guys were fucking saying it, like, yo, Trader got speech. I'm like, yeah, I brought it back. I don't know where it went, but I got it back somehow. Maybe because my nephew quit on us. I'm like, yo, maybe I need that speed back.
Your feet go so fast. Like you still take like very short steps, but they're way faster than they used to be.
Just that image just seems fucking hilarious. You know what? Somebody got to videotape me fucking running around fucking the bases, and I'll fucking throw it on YouTube for people to watch.
You run hard. Hard. You're like every fuck.
Right.
You don't want to stay out.
Yeah, you don't
hands stay out, dude.
Maybe that's how I get my speed. My wind speed is like.
Most people run like this, like loose fisted. Like that's how I run. I run loose fisted. You stay aerodynamic and you cut the wind. You cut the air.
I'm like karate. Yeah, I'm like karate chopping that shit when I'm fucking running around the bases. Like people don't want to get in front of me. If there's a fucking play at the plate, like the catcher leaves. He literally leaves the box. You don't want no part of this.
Shit. I think last night was a real barn burner though. I don't even think that's the right word, but it was a battle. It was just nonstop. We were up. Other team was up. We were up. Other team was up. Thank God we were home because we would have lost otherwise if they were home because that's just how it was. Every half inning, the lead changed and we were up by 5 going into the top of the 6th. And they scored 6 runs and we were down by 1. But we came through, man. Bottom of the lineup fucking came through. Farley got the first hit, right?
He walked. He got on base. Yeah, I ran for him. I went from first to third on a base hit because of my dynamic speed. And then I tied the game up after like a sac fly from my brother.
Yeah.
And then somebody else got on. And then Kev popped. I think Jeff got on. And then Jeff scored on a sac fly to win the game by Kev.
Yeah.
And that's like, and before that inning is when Kev, trying to catch a ball from Kev is just fucking nuts. And he throws it like in a weird way from second base. Like sometimes it could be right or left, up and down, but anything low, I always catch it. But for some reason, I just fucking dropped it, man. It was like it kept going down. Like he almost threw like a slider.
It was low.
And the ball just fucking like I had it in the glove, and then it just dropped like I'm an idiot, like I was a fucking like a toddler. I felt so embarrassed. And then they tied the fucking game up, of course, and then they went up by 1, and we had to go fucking win the game. It was fucking it was intense, man. It was a fun game though. That's why I like dropping from the C to the D, because it's all these games are competitive.
Yeah, but
we win them.
Right, which is what we like to do. Which is like what we like to do.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and just to mention that we basically just pulled a Malarzik just now by mentioning all the people from our softball team that nobody knows about.
Right.
So Malarzik, I know you're over there like, well, look at these fucking jerk offs. Who are these people? Who are these people they're mentioning? And they're talking shit about me.
Look at these two assholes.
Yeah. Shit. But softball's back. We love softball. It's so good to be back. It's wild though that every fucking softball game we have there's always rain at the beginning of the season, right? Last year, and this is our first year that we're playing on Tuesdays. Yep. There's no rain today. It was a terrible day though, windy. This would have been a miserable day to play softball.
For real.
But last week was freezing and it rained, and we still had it. This week rained, but then you look at the forecast and there's no rain all week. It's like rain follows our softball schedule.
Look what's ahead coming this Tuesday. Fucking PM showers, man. I'm telling you.
Oh God.
We got a dark cloud over our head in fucking in our softball league.
Dude, but the fucked up shit is that where do these apps pull their information from? Because it was so wrong yesterday. All day, White Plains, it said gonna rain from like 5 o'clock to fucking 2 o'clock, and then for all day 80% rain at 8 o'clock, 90% rain at 9 o'clock. It fucking barely drizzled at 9 o'clock, from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and then it rained a little bit like later on in the night. Like, what happens? That like, did the chemtrails fuck up and they're like, oh shit, we blew the storm away by accident? But seriously, what happens that the storm just blows out the fucking sea? That fucking.
I don't know, bro. Like, I watched the radar and shit. Like, I got that fucking live radar, the Doppler shit. Yeah. So I'm on the Doppler, and I'm looking at these lines of fucking showers coming through the area, and the way it was going, it was like moving up from the south. Yeah. And it was like almost like it went through the pitchfork, like it went to the right of us and to the left of us where the softball field is. It was fucking amazing. I was watching that happen all fucking day. I'm like, it's not gonna hit us. And then sure enough, it just fucking didn't. We got the game in.
That's fucking. Yeah, I don't know, man. You remember back in the day though, when you would look at something on. All right, so when the weatherman said what was going to happen, and when it was just on TV, the internet didn't exist. It happened. They said you're going to have a snow day tomorrow. 96% chance that you're going to have a snow day. When sometimes you'd wake up and you'd be like, "What the fuck? There's not even a fucking flurry." That was very fucking rare. Very rare.
But I remember it happening because it was so traumatic.
Yeah.
That stood out the most. I remember like one day I was so prepared to not go to school.
Yeah.
Right. Because we're going to get 18 inches of snow. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have to go out and get bread and eggs. Yeah. But we didn't get nothing. And I was so devastated, man. I had to go to school. Shit was whack.
That sucks,
so,
man.
Like, dude, I don't know I kind of know where you're going with this, Nick, but I don't know. Like, are they manipulating the weather? Like, but when they manipulate in a way where they know exactly what parts of New York is going to get hit with rain and what parts are not, shouldn't they know that information if they're manipulating it? Or they really just fuck it up with the ozone layer with all these fucking chemtrails? I don't know. That could be either one.
Yeah, I don't know. It beats the hell out of me. I mean, I do feel that during the wintertime, I don't know. I think they fuck with us during the wintertime in order to make you go out there and like boost sales and like buy the shovels when there's no snow. They're like, oh, a big storm coming. So like they just boost sales because it's very easy. They just have to say like, oh yeah, look at the radar. It's coming. And then you go out and buy your shovel and your salt and your eggs and your bread and your milk.
Right.
I think they do that, honestly. I don't know.
Maybe they have like such an abundance of bread that they just make it happen. Because, dude, every time, I worked at a supermarket for like fucking 10 years and shit when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And every time the threat of snow, maniacs would show up in the fucking supermarket. People you don't normally see. Like, you see the same people normally, like week to week. But the maniacs will show up and they'll be fucking hoarding bread and eggs and milk. Like, it's like the apocalypse, end of the world. Like when we get like the real end of the world, when that really does happen, and a real like an asteroid gonna fucking fly and hit us in a couple days or whatever, you're gonna see some serious shit. Because people were crazy back then over a couple feet of snow. Imagine if it's like apocalyptic fucking fire from the fucking sky gonna fucking rain down on us. Then you're gonna see some crazy fucking shit. People gonna lose their minds, man.
Yeah. How do you think the world? I mean, do you think the world will end because of humans? Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily because of humans. I just think like we're gonna get wiped out by a big asteroid because there's nothing you could do about it. If there's a big asteroid on the path to come hit here, like a giant sized one, and it hits the Earth, we're all fucking dead. Like it'll fucking all the dust and fucking even radioactive dust, but the regular dust will fucking fly up in the sky. It'll be up there for fucking months to years. It'll block out the sun, and we won't be able to grow no fucking food, and all that shit's gonna happen. I mean, we had like smaller asteroids hit our planet. Like I think like the last one was 1908, and it like went in like I forgot, like a heavily forest area. Like you got to look it up. 1908 asteroid. It just took out a whole big chunk of the fucking. And then it was a pretty like moderate sized asteroid. It just happened to hit, and it wiped out like so much fucking vegetation, plants, trees, everything, like you can imagine. But dude, if I'm the government or whatever, I probably wouldn't even announce it because it would just cause mass hysteria. I'd just be like, don't even tell them. Let's try to hide in the bunkers and see if anybody survives it. You know what I mean? Because if you say an asteroid's coming in like 2 days, you're gonna see fucking people lose their minds.
Yeah. Well,
like
I think we'd survive. I think humans would survive it because of technology. Like the right people could grow anything in certain circumstances. They just need like stay indoors. You know what I mean? They could figure out a way. It's not like fucking 200 years ago when you're like, oh my God, we have nothing now, and the fucking sun's gonna fucking destroy everything. They could find ways to, like, this plants don't even need the sun, and I don't think electricity would necessarily be like go out of would be destroyed, right? Why would electricity be destroyed, or like sources of power in a way,
power plants? I mean, obviously all solar shit would go away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Water.
I don't know. Like water could be compromised with no
sun. Water would be fucked probably, like, I guess in a way somehow, like, because the sediment would settle into it. Nah, that doesn't make any sense because it's just dirt. I think we'd be all right.
Think so?
Yeah. I think we'd be all right.
Yeah, maybe if we figure out how to get to other planets and shit, I think we could survive it. But if a big asteroid before that time comes, fucking hits the planet, we're done. Nobody's surviving that shit. Come on. Let's be real.
I mean, you saw Armageddon, bro. Bruce Willis fucking saved the fucking planet, bro. He sat on that rocket and he fucking exploded that meteor.
Yeah, but Bruce Willis is like shot right now. He can't even like make movies, bro.
Why?
He has something like wrong with him, like some kind of like nervous system like went wrong with him where he's like struggling. Like
really?
He couldn't speak and all that shit. I mean, dude, who knows, man? They're saying whatever it is that they said it's something. But I mean, who knows? Could it be like fucking your COVID vaccine where you got the COVID fucking shot and then people are susceptible to like blood clots now? Like not just him, but like Haley Bieber, Justin Bieber's his wife. She had like a small blood clot in her brain after she got vaccinated and had COVID. Kirk Herbstreit, the guy in college football, he had they found a blood clot in his system after he got vaccinated. This is like, now you're starting to hear like people in the media having the same kind of situation where a lot of normal people have had blood clots. It's been a fucking big problem, but people don't want to fucking talk about it and be real.
Shit. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And there's no real way to really like to prove it. That's the thing, right?
It's hard to prove.
Yeah. Dude, not to jump off topic, but Bruce Willis has some fucked up shit, man. It's called aphasia, and it's the loss of ability to understand or express speech, man.
Jesus.
Shit.
Well, how do you get this kind of shit, man? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I don't know.
Well, it says from brain damage, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Who knows what happened to him? You know, I'm sure he fucking
scary, man.
He was the man. He is the man. He's the fucking best, man. Like,
yeah, man.
He's the fucking national hero, man. You know, like who him, Kurt Russell was the man. The other dude who people like hate now because he's a little fucking religious fanatic.
Tom Cruise.
No, fuck Tom Cruise. Kevin Costner's up there as well, but the other guy, Mel Gibson. First. Mel Gibson.
Fuck Tom Cruise. Yeah, Mel Gibson. That's right. The anti-Semitic.
Yeah, they're like the four. They're the big four. You know, those guys are the bomb digs.
Yeah, they made some fucking sick movies.
Yeah. That sucks. And then there's Schwarzenegger, like that, the real action, Schwarzenegger and Stallone, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The old school guys that made the people like The Rock possible.
Right. Shit. Poor Bruce.
So he's got some fucking shit going on.
But anyway. Yeah, go ahead. No,
I was gonna say, like, what topics we got, but you were gonna go into something?
Yeah, just something stupid, but based upon the meteor thing. You ever been to like the museum and they're like,
no,
I figured you're gonna say that, but or maybe in school where they say like, nope. You know how meteors are so dense that a teaspoon of it you couldn't even pick up. It's like 50,000 pounds.
Really? I never heard that before.
Oh yeah, dude. There's some materials in the world that are bizarre, like outer space shit. They're so fucking dense. Yeah. Like you couldn't even pick up a piece of a meteor like that fucking big. Not all of them. Not all.
Yeah, right. But there's certain kinds.
Yeah. That's bizarre. But that kind of goes with like the Big Bang Theory. But they're like rebutting the Big Bang Theory. They're not calling it a bang. They're calling it. Some people are calling it a roar. I think I heard this the other day. A roar. So it was like a rumble and it just kept going. It didn't fucking just boom. But whatever.
Jaguars roar.
Yeah. But that kind of
roar.
I don't know. That kind of shit just doesn't make any sense. But I guess in a way it does, because if you have a feather's this big, but it's like it weighs nothing, right? A piece of paper is this fucking big and it weighs nothing. And you have a rock. I don't know.
Different properties and shit.
Yeah. But so dense that it weighs that much.
Yeah. It seems like impossible,
for your brain to understand. But why though? Why is it so impossible? Like, right?
It shouldn't be, because we just haven't seen it. There's probably a lot of shit we just hasn't seen, maybe that's what killed the dinosaurs, or the fake dinosaurs. I don't really believe in. Maybe a big dense meteor just clobbered them, man.
I think that's what they say, Mike. I don't think you made that up.
Maybe I did make it up.
I don't think so. Man.
I think I probably read it in a textbook in the museum of school that I went to.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, so I guess we'll get into the toppies.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We got oh shit, what's the topic? Prostitution we're gonna talk about today. A movie that Mike watched. It's not a porno. Rising prices and corporate America's lack of sympathy for human beings. Power plants and following your heart. Well, just to let everybody know, me and Mike said that we were going to cut this podcast off at 45 minutes today, and we're already
There's no fucking way we're getting to all those topics. We're going to have to record some shit next week.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll preview my show, since you didn't watch it yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll preview it at the end of what it's going to entail, and then we'll
Okay.
get into that next week.
All right. What do you want to talk about first?
Yo, these food processing plants.
All
Have
right.
you seen this? Have you heard about this?
I did. Go ahead. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so basically, like, this has been happening since like 2021, where like food processing plants have been burning across the United States, pretty much threatening like our meat supply, our ways to get fucking food. I mean, it's not just one, it started showing up like at a Tyson Foods, like in Kansas, like in 2011, where they provide like, the supply chain with like 6% of like US beef, which is crazy. Then of course, when that happened, it started, you started seeing the effects on the pricing. It started driving meat prices up, right? Then all of a sudden, like days later, like another processing facility burned down in Atlanta, then in Georgia. Like this is all over the United States. And then I think most recently it just happened in like in California. A Taylor's
Well,
Farms up in like California or in Oregon, somewhere up there,
yeah.
burned up, and it just keeps happening. And then, like we said on this podcast a few weeks ago, remember the title of our podcast was, I think, like on the Mix It Up was
Burn, baby, burn.
no, it's like supply, like food shortages. Remember, like we were talking like a little bit about that, but yo, it's coming, man. You don't think a food shortage is coming? You got to be crazy. You better start hoarding like some fucking food and shit, like canned goods, bottled water. I'm telling you right now, fucking load up your garage, take that kind of shit seriously, because first off, you never know, anything could happen in life. But when they're giving you hints like this with food processing plants burning down, this is some serious shit, and they don't want to fucking talk about it, but it's very real. Look it up, Google it. They're not going to mention it a lot in the fucking mainstream news, because it's just like, maybe it won't shorten the supply of food where we'll all be starving to death, but they're going to jack those fucking prices up through the roof. Like they're pretty bad now, but it's going to keep going up and up. Maybe that's part of their fucking plan to make us fucking broke.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple things to say. I have a couple questions, but I'll like theoreticals, and one other thing, because I read that thing that you sent to me, and like there's comments where people are like, well, this is just on par with the amount of these places that burn down every year. There's a lot of them that burn down every year. So it's like you say to yourself, who is this person? Who are you, person? Like,
right.
Were you put there by the government to say that?
Right.
Or is it true? Maybe, things burn down, right?
Yeah, but oh, it's just, oh, it always burns out. Like, you know what I mean? It's
right,
stupid.
right.
Or like, oh, my job, like, oh, every few years my job burns down. But
right.
you know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right. You're right. Now here's the question. What do you think? I have it in my head. I have two things that are probably the best and very delicious items that are probably the best things to have if you wanted to stock up on something for the end of the world. Or food shortage. I have two items that don't perish very easy and are delicious.
Liquid
and they give you energy.
Liquid or solid?
Food.
Really? Food, huh?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Dude, it's one a vegetable?
No.
It's not a vegetable. I don't know, man. Hamburgers and hot dogs. Like, I don't fucking know, man. What is it?
Peanut butter.
Really? Oh, yeah?
Dude, peanut butter doesn't spoil, bro. And it's delicious.
It is delicious.
And it's fucking packed with fucking protein and fat, and that shit keeps you going. Dude, I can eat a spoonful of peanut butter in the morning. I'll be fucking ready to rock and roll for hours.
So instead of drinking coffee, you're like, I'll just take a scoop of peanut butter every morning. That's your thing. Wow, that's insane. I've never woke up in the morning and be like, yeah, let me get that scoop of peanut butter. I'm all right. I'm good.
I'm telling you, man.
It's like, it's fucking crazy.
Look at all the nutritional facts. Look at all the nutritional facts on there. It's like heavily, you know.
I do. I put it in my shake after the gym, always consistently, one scoop and shit of peanut butter in there. I love peanut butter.
And saltine crackers.
Peanut butter and crackers, huh?
Who doesn't love saltine crackers, right?
Wow.
Now they don't spoil that. They what do? They get a little hard or soft or something. They don't get mildew like
said.
bread. What's up with that? Why don't they get mildewy? Like why don't crackers go bad?
I don't know, man. Dude, I kind of want to do a diet on milk on peanut butter and crackers now.
You don't
We
want to
should
do
do
that.
that.
You'll get, dude, peanut butter will get you fat as fuck if you go on a peanut butter diet.
All right, so no peanut butter diet and no chocolate milk diet. Got it. Dude, that's fucking interesting though, man.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
But
Fat curly-headed fuck.
prostitution?
I think so, but yo, before we get into the horrors, let's take a quick commercial break on the Mix Up Podcast. We'll be right back on the Mix It Up Podcast. Don't go away. All right, we are back on the Mix Up Podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick. We're about to talk fucking horrors, man. Nick, what's up with this fucking prostitution thing? You started talking about it yesterday during the softball game.
Yeah. So this has been like lingering on me because I saw recently a skit from Family Guy. And I just watched it again so I could kind of like get it down right. But basically this guy just got done having sex with a chick, paid her, and then the cops busted and they're like, freeze, you're both arrested for prostitution. And the guy's like, no, this isn't illegal. Yes, we just had sex, and I paid her for it, but we're filming it. Right. So they're filming a porno basically. And that's their loop way there. I mean, they get around it. So they're basically trying to say like, why is prostitution illegal when making porno movies isn't illegal, which you're getting paid to have sex.
Right.
Except for the fact that there's a camera there. So everybody else can watch you have fucking sex. Like it's the same fucking thing. Right.
Porn seems a lot worse.
I'll make it feel really good for you.
You know what I mean? You're getting filmed.
Yeah.
And it's there forever. And then there's other people there in the room. Like it seems a lot worse. If you ask me.
Yeah. It is fucking a lot worse. It is a lot. And it's an industry too. It's a fucking industry.
Right.
Like
industry. That's an above ground industry, but prostitution is a below ground industry. Like you should be able to arrest the porn stars.
Yeah.
You know, if you're arresting like regular Johns.
Right. Or not arrest the people that are having sex with prostitutes instead.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's fucked up. And like,
it's gonna be
it just makes you say to yourself, like, what else is going on that we take for as bond? Like your word, like the government's word is bond. You know, like say weed, for instance, right? There was commercials like, this is your brain on drugs, right? Like, and like shit like that. Right. Weed is the gateway drug. Now it's illegal. And now there's signs there's billboards like don't smoke and drive. And like, it's normal now. Weed, you know?
Right. Those commercials never did anything for me. The marijuana commercials, like this, your brain on drugs. They were scrambling eggs. I'm like, all right, I'm fucking hungry. Like it didn't do anything to me. Like,
right.
Yeah. But get back to like the porn stars and the porn industry, man. Like, I don't know. Like, how could it be like illegal? Like, it's just a shame that, you know, what's the worst part about it too is when they have like when the Johns go and get the prostitute and they get caught, they get busted. They put their stupid pictures up in the fucking paper. Like, yo, like it's not embarrassing enough. You go into prostitutes every fucking week. Then you got to get your fucking face put up in the Daily News or the fucking Westchester Journal, whatever the fuck, or the Herald Statesman. Like that's fucking, or now it's like on websites. So it's even fucking a million times worse. You could go click a link and then you see your fucking ugly ass up there. Like, you know, fucking like in tears because you went to go fucking see a whore. Like it's crazy, man. It's fucked up.
Are you thought of as a sex offender? Is that the crime?
I guess you are considered a sex offender if you go see a prostitute, I would think.
I want to suck his dick.
You know, it shouldn't be because that's one thing to see a prostitute. For another thing to be an offender, that's some sick shit that you need to be like. It should be a very, very separate thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like prostitution is for the most part, it's two consenting like adults saying, "I'll give you $50, suck my dick."
Right.
Like, okay,
here's 80 for a rim job.
Right.
It's, you know, it's what you negotiate.
Yeah. Like just fucking, it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I agree. That's the next thing that's going to become fucking legal, man.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, though, when that becomes legal, you know that the world has officially come to
Gone
fucking
to shit.
absolute shit.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Like it's a wrap. Because like for them to like legalize it, there must be some really fucked up shit going on in the world already that they'd be like, you know what, we don't give a fuck. Like, let them fucking go crazy. I remember one time I was driving in down in New Row, right, in Southern Westchester, right? This is like, dude, no joke, Nick, like 8 in the morning, right? I was going to like one of my accounts and I'm driving past and I'm stuck at a light and I look to my right and this fucking girl in there with this fucking high ass fucking mini skirt. And I'm like, look at this.
Looks so sexual.
I'm like, that's a fucking hooker.
Yeah.
No doubt. Like this is 8 in the morning. She was like young. She looked like she was like 19, 20 years old. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I almost want to go up to her and just give her like a $20 and be like, yo, just go home or get something to eat. But I don't want to be like on an episode of fucking Cops and shit, from trying to be nice and doing the right thing. Like I actually felt bad because she looked like she was almost like forced into it. Because there's a lot of sick fucking traffickers, man, that do that in our area. They're forcing these fucking bitches to do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie, though, if it became like legal, like I don't know, I kind of want to throw my hat in the ring and be like, Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo, get paid for for going banging.
Yeah.
But like I would keep it obviously girls only. That's number one on the list. And it would probably be like ugly ones would have to pay me like an extravagant more money, like millions, like even thousands of dollars, right? And the hot ones, maybe I'll give them a break, like I don't know, $100 for every 8.5 minutes, something like that. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about exactly? You lost me for a second. You lost me. You're gonna bang all the prostitutes?
No, if I become one, if I become a male prostitute.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought you were gonna be a pimp. I thought you were gigolo. Yes.
Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. See, now you get it. Like that's what, like that'd be a fucking great job to have, I would think. But after a while, like I don't know, you probably get bored of it. Like you pretty much, you know what I mean? Like you get bored of like a lot of things. It'd be probably too much.
Well,
I like to appreciate it when I get it every Friday or Saturdays. Or instead of, you know what I mean? If you're doing that shit at like every fucking like 3 hours, like a Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo, he would need time to recuperate. So it'd have to be like maybe 2 or 3 chicks at the most a day.
Yeah.
So it's really, you can't make as much money as a woman where they could just open up their legs and you could have millions of people go in there a day and fucking make enormous amounts of money. It's fucking totally different. That's why the guys should get paid more when prostitution become legal. There, I said it. We're not all equal.
There you go. Well, here's the thing. I did think for a second, like guys like us would like, who would want to bang us for money, right?
Oh, there's plenty of them.
Oh, there are, because there are definitely chicks that want to bang fucking like out of shape losers. They definitely like, because that there's girls out there that like watch porn like that. Because I mean, I look at crazy, stupid porn sometimes. I look at like crackhead hooker porn. I do. Like dollar blowjobs. I look that shit up. And so, there's chicks out there that are going to be like, oh, fat, bald, terrible softball player. I want to get fucked by that guy.
I want that fucking fat belly inside.
Inside of me.
Yeah, that's fucking funny, man. Yeah, people got their fetishes or I don't know, or their low standards. I guess, I mean, I tell you, if you're going on there, if you're a woman, it's late at night and you're looking for a fucking deal, sure, you're going to look at like the guys you could get for like fucking $30. They're not going to be no fucking treasures. You know what I'm saying? If you want a guy like fucking John Stamos, you're fucking paying through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Just the way it is. Like, I think like, I like to consider me up there with Stamos. You know what I'm saying? I want top of the notch fucking money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
My 8.5 minutes, man. I'm charging by the minute. At least 1,000 a minute.
I'm charging per inch.
$4.
$4. Shit. Speaking of money, there we go. Good transition. Speaking of bucks. So the other day for Easter, I went to CVS with Anne Marie and we were buying stuff for my niece and nephew for Easter, right? It was Easter Day. And like flowers, and we got like flowers and stuff like that. And I'm like,
candy. Did you get the Reese's Pieces peanut butter eggs?
No.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So this is the thing that really tickled my fucking pickle here. I go into that store and there was some cheap stuff. Like there wasn't even that cheap actually. I picked up a Lego. So I went up to the counter with 2 things for my niece, 2 things for my nephew, and like flowers, like tulips for my mom, right?
Okay, that's cool.
And I start ringing things up. I'm like, $6.99, fucking all right. That's all right. It's a doll, right? I don't know, $7.99 for this. Then $20 for a Lego. That's like just a car, right? Just a fucking car.
Wow.
And it was, I don't know. I was like, $20. That's when I started getting heated. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not fucking spending $20. Then the flowers were like expensive as fuck. And oh no, there was like little bouquets of flowers, Mike, which I didn't get. There were like 4 flowers for like $25 fucking dollars, right?
Man.
Then there was something else, like I can't remember what it was, but I think it was the Legos and the flowers that pissed me off. So I called up CVS, bro, because I was fucking pissed because I called them up and I was like, I will never shop at your store ever again. I was like, how do these people look at themselves in the fucking mirror when they're just raping and banging out normal people, right? Their prices go up totally like over fucking priced. You know what I mean? Like it's all because they have to hit their numbers. And the only way they could do that is by raising their fucking prices. They don't know any other fucking way. And they just rape you.
Yeah.
Rape you. That's it. And it's fucking annoying, man. Like when you're not making as much money as you used to, like I am right now, you start saying to yourself, like, holy shit,
fuck?
This Lego at $20 is a whole day's pay.
Yo, it's fucking inflation, bro. They raise. It's not just CVS, you maniac calling the store. They raise prices everywhere. I know you like to call fucking like the city for potholes and CVS is now. Like you should have recorded it so we could play our first prank call for the podcast. Right. Eventually, what guys we're gonna do? We're gonna record a whole bunch of prank calls, and then we're gonna start airing one prank call a show whenever we get to that. Who knows? It could be fucking years from now, but that's the goal anyway. But yeah, you should have fucking recorded that fucking phone call to CVS. Like, I'm not paying these damn prices, bitch.
Right. Yeah.
I would have loved to hear that person on the other end. Like, what the fuck? This guy called me about Legos and fucking flowers.
I was nice. I was nice to the person. Though. I was like, I wasn't being a dick to her because I know she didn't, number one, give a fuck. And it was Easter Sunday.
You called it on Easter Sunday. You didn't even wait a day.
No, I couldn't wait because I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it then. I had to strike while the iron was hot.
My man's like, you know what? I'm not going over my mom's house today for Easter. I have to make this phone call. I have to get at CVS right now while it's hot. It's fucking hysterical, man.
It's all bullshit though, man. Like
it is.
Right.
It is, man. It is.
This is the first hike that I remember happening. Remember when the price of mozzarella went up for fucking pizza?
Yeah.
Right. So pizza used to be what? $1.25 pizza was, right?
Slice. Yeah.
Consistently $1.25 when we were kids.
Yep.
Then the price of fucking cheese went up. And would they go up to like $2.50 a slice or something like that? Something stupid, right?
I'm stupid, yeah.
And it's like, I don't understand. You're getting 8 slices in a fucking pie. And how many pieces of fucking pizza are you getting with one piece of whatever thing of mozzarella that you're getting, right? The price of cheese didn't go up double that you have to charge everybody fucking double for a fucking slice of pizza now. Yeah. You're raping people, you know? It's the same thing as like alcohol at a bar and like these restaurants, right?
Or the
$16, $18. You think you can rape me? Like, I'm not going to these places anymore. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you.
Dude, Nick, you said a lot of people aren't going to like, you know, my business. They're not going to the bars in these on premise because exactly what you said. People are starting to wake up and realize like, yeah, we're getting fucked with these prices.
Yeah.
Like, and you're not going out. A lot of people are just fucking staying home and getting that beer that they want at the supermarket or whatever and staying home and fucking drinking.
Right.
They're not going to waste their fucking money on that.
No. And like, you look at all the prices, man. You know what's insane? I don't know if we mentioned this the other day or not, but I said it to somebody, like a chicken Parmesan dinner at a restaurant, right? What's the normal price now?
Yeah, we did say this. Like, I would say like probably $25.
Okay, yeah. And then
But
the chicken Parmesan Hero, which has more chicken on it, is like still like $8.99.
right. It's still less. Like, I don't know, man. It's so stupid.
There's
but I
places
have to pay it. I still pay it though. I have to pay it. I have to get my parm in me.
There's places out there. So when I was in Florida, we got ripped off at one time, and we thought the whole fucking St. Petersburg was going to be like this. It was when we went to St. Petersburg, this place Caddy's, all the way down, like, I don't know, it's more south in St. Petersburg. So we pull up and we're like, oh, let's go eat here. It's right on the beach. So this guy goes like this to me, tries to scam me right away. Oh, pull here, pull here, pull here. I'm like, all right, I'll park there, right? He's like, all right, you're gonna have to pay up front over there. I'm like, how much is it? He's like $25. I'm like, okay, see you later, buddy. I told him, I was like, all right, I'm gonna politely have to pass on that one, right?
Yeah, right.
So we looked around and I found a fucking parking spot on the fucking street. Like, I don't know, after fucking 10 minutes of fucking looking, right? So we went back, we went to the place and we're sitting there, fucking awesome place for like a bachelor party, fucking people partying all over the fucking beach, music and shit.
Yeah.
So, all right. I got 2 mudslides because that's what I drink. I drink like a little girly when I'm at the beach and shit like that. Amory got like a lemonade fucking drink in, like, you know, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if they were like 12-ounce cups or whatever the fuck they were, frosted drinks. Right. I got fish and chips and she got street corn because she's a gangster. She's fucking addicted to street corn. I don't know what's wrong with her.
Going to South
how
Bronx
much money would
street corn?
Dude.
Shit, how much for those fucking like 4 items?
Yeah, five items, 3 drinks and street corn and fish and chips.
Well, I mean, that street corn will get you. So I'm gonna have to say about $420.
No, give me a real fucking, give me a real guess.
I gotta go. Honestly, I gotta go triple digits, bro. I'm going over triple digits with a tip and everything. I'm going 101.
Well, it was 94 without a tip.
Wow, dude, I was pretty much right on the money then.
So basically, it was like 18 per drink, right? 18.36 for, and then like 18 for the fish and chips. So that's
wow,
672, and then like the corn maybe was $10, 82, and then tax 94.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Nick. You hit the microphone or something. Yeah, but I ain't fucking paying no. While you're fixing that, there's no way I'm paying fucking crazy amount of money for fucking corn. What the fuck?
Pastina fucking pulled out the microphone cable.
Oh, she did? That's Pastina's the cat, by the way. It's not another person in there. For people listening. Yeah, I ain't paying that fucking. Yeah, I mean, you're forced to kind of pay that when you're on vacation, like pretty much. You know what I mean? You're kind of forced to pay it. It is what it is. Like, do I look at the prices like room service when I go to like Atlantic City? No, I just fucking worry about that shit at the end of the trip. Whatever I gotta pay, or hopefully my comp fucking points cover it. But it is what it is, man. It's nothing you can do. It's like same thing going to movie theater. You're fucking paying for fucking candy and soda. Like, it's too much.
Then we went to other places, like not near that little stupid area of town, and things were normally priced.
Probably because nobody goes there and shit.
No, dude, no, you couldn't get a fucking seat anywhere.
Oh, really? It's like that in St. Pete?
Yeah, like everything's first come, first serve. Nobody takes reservations, right?
Really?
It's wild. It's like, okay, so how the fuck am I going to sit down at 7:00 then when I you know what I mean? Like, you just have to get lucky. So
that's crazy. No fucking way. That's unacceptable.
I know.
I can't just show up to a fucking place and all hell's breaking loose and I can't sit down and eat. Fuck that. Like, that's because if you show up, like, there's nowhere to sit. Like, what do? Do you wait? Like, there's no fucking wait. I used to wait. No, fuck that. Well, yeah, you get fucking, but then you get loaded at the bar waiting for a fucking table. But I remember you had to do that like in Seaside, like family vacations, when we have to go to like the only restaurant in fucking Wildwood, was an Italian restaurant, and then people there was lines, like you're waiting for fucking like ice cream from fucking You know, fuck
Yep.
that, man. I ain't waiting.
Yep. You gotta. That's one thing. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. No reservations. But when you do go to a place with reservations, you better make those motherfucking reservations when they're available, because in those towns and shit like that, you can't wait till the day of. Like, oh, it's 2:00. Let's put a reservation in. Like, you're not getting a fucking. When's the next reservation? 11:30 next year. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
there's no
March.
fucking reservations ever.
The next reservation is in March of 2025. You gonna wait? It's fucking too much, man. Yeah, put us in for that.
You know, when you're smart enough to actually book the reservation, like,
Yes,
early.
it's a good feeling. Sometimes you're like, oh shit, that's, you know, when you made that reservation fucking a couple years ago, that shit was right on point, man. Like, we've done that a couple of times in Atlantic City where we made reservations for like a steak dinner or whatever, man. It's just fucking perfect. Your table's ready. It's like,
Yep.
nobody else can have it. And you fucking get there, you fucking go eat. Yeah, nothing like that, man. But when you're waiting, that's smart. Whack.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess it's getting towards the hour mark, but there's one other topic. I know you want to talk. We'll segue into your movie at the end.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when I was at I went to Wendy's before, and this fucking, for some reason, Sandlot popped into my head. I don't know why. I don't know, subconsciously, but the quote, "Remember, kid, heroes get remembered." No, there's heroes and there's legend. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Follow your heart, and you'll never go wrong. You know how, like,
you thought about that at Wendy's?
What?
You thought about that at a Wendy's?
I don't know why it popped into my head, but you know how when you actually follow your heart, you feel so much better inside. You're not stressed out.
Yes.
Right?
It's like a warm feeling.
Right. It's like,
it's weird.
It's like being a heart, like in the middle of a delicious bowl of cream behind you. The beautiful blonde stirring that heart in the cream.
That's a perfect description.
Yes.
That's the Mix It Up podcast logo for the people that don't know. Hell yeah. I had that like feel a couple of times, like when you actually, it's like, for me, it's like when I'm doing the right thing, then I feel like I'm like on like the right path in life, or so to speak, or I'm making the right decisions. When I fall off that, then I'm fucking feel like shit. But I never had that kind of like, I always kind of thought about those things like at night, like right before I'm going to sleep. Never had a Wendy's did that pop. Usually I'm thinking about the Frosty I'm gonna get and the chicken nuggets with the fucking barbecue sauce and the spicy chicken with the French fries. Shit, I want a fucking Wendy's right fucking now, man.
Spicy chicken's good.
Oh, it is so fucking delicious, man. I don't know what they do back there, but fuck, love you know this. You know what I would do, Nick? One day I got to do this. I love the double cheeseburgers at Burger King, right? I'll go get that. I love the French fries at McDonald's. I'll go get that. I love the Frosty at Wendy's and the nuggets, and I would get both of them there, and I would have that complete meal of everything I liked. And then I would get Carvel afterwards with Cold Stone.
Oof.
Right? You combine Carvel and Cold Stone. You fucking dude, that'll be the day probably that I die. We'll be eating all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But that's the goal of mine, to make that happen. I would have to set it up like through like Grubhub. I would order 3 different.
You have to.
You know what I mean? And then hopefully everything shows up on time.
Right.
Imagine the McDonald's guy runs into the Wendy's guy and the Burger King guy in the front of your house at the same time, and just all hell breaks loose. They just start fighting. All of a sudden, you see a big fight on your Ring app and shit with fucking these 3 people. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
What you got to do is get 3 other people involved, and one person makes the McDonald's run.
That's a good idea.
Wendy, yeah,
that's a really good idea. And then meet at one location. Have like a headquarters where we'll all fucking meet.
Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you, that's something I got to do, man. Maybe that's what you should do for your next Super Bowl party. You should have that. Make that happen.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
I don't want to make that happen tomorrow.
Well, what do you think though, man, about that? Like, it's the truth though, right? You follow your heart and you can never go wrong. Like Babe Ruth said it. Fake Babe Ruth said it.
Yeah, I believe that. But what if you're just like kind of like you're kind of a dick? Like you're not, you know what I mean? You're not such a great person. So when you're following, if you're a dick, you're not like kind of a bad person, and you're following your bad heart, it's gonna leave you down like a fucking bad path, right?
Yeah.
So some people can't follow their heart because they're monsters. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good person and then you follow your light or whatever, then it's gonna probably lead to like good things and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess though, maybe it's the truth though, because if you follow your heart, you could never go wrong. So if you feel a certain way and you follow it, you could never go wrong to yourself in your own eyes, you know?
Okay, so you could say that about devil worshippers.
Yeah. You can say whatever you
they're
want.
following their heart and shit, and their heart is fucking insane. They used to be like we used to think there were devil worshippers behind the field in our grade school. We'd be like, oh my God, we can't go back there after class, after school. We'll get killed by the devil worshippers and shit. I think that was a real thing. I don't know if we fucking made that up though. Because I think they found like some fucking like dead animals in a fucking field back there, like when I was growing up in grade school.
Uh-huh.
I think that was like a big story and shit.
What street was that?
They used to listen to Judas Priest. I don't know. Like it was back of like the field in like PS 22 and shit, like down on Neeperland Avenue.
Mm.
And I think it was like back there, like this fucking like woods and shit. I don't know. I gotta ask a couple guys I went to. Maybe I'll ask Pugs or whatever. I had the next softball game. See if we can bring that up. Yeah. I think that was the thing back then.
Pugs will look at you and say, "Dude, you need Jesus."
Right.
I'm
Jesus. Nordic. I'm Nordic and Irish. I don't need to be bothered by this. Let me go knock down this tree.
Right. He's a Viking. For all the people out there who don't know, he's a modern day Viking.
Yeah, these two guys, Ann and Pugs, play on our softball team, and they also went to grade school with me. And back then, I was taller than them. Like my height now, like I was this tall, like in 8th grade, and they were shorter than me. Like I could have beat those guys up if I wanted to, if they weren't my friends.
That's crazy.
Right, but now they're like fucking like tall as fucking trees in the woods and shit.
Yeah.
Crazy what happens.
Yeah. Well, all right, get into your movie. So give everybody the fucking
So yeah, this movie that we're gonna talk about today, I'll talk about next week on next week's podcast. So just you got to do like your little research if you want to look up world premiere. It's called Watch the Water. Like it's like a little excerpt. I think that from Dr. Brian Ardis. Pretty much he talks about like where COVID came from, how he doesn't think it came from bats, it came from snakes. And he ties that in with certain genetic codes that they found, like when they tested people in the beginning. And if you kind of like look more in detail about it, like when the virus was spreading like so big and like, in the spring and summer for us, bats aren't around during that time, but snakes are. So they're saying like the virus acted more as like a venom, like a cobra venom. And it's pretty interesting if you tie that in and like if you ever got bit by a snake, like a cobra or whatever, and they say like to suck the venom out, the people like either you or somebody else that would suck the venom out, what happens to them?
What?
They lose their sense of taste and smell for days, weeks. What did COVID do, right? Some people lost their taste and smell. And sometimes the snake venom would affect different organs. What happened to people with COVID? It would affect people differently. So like it goes on and about like this. And, he ties the snakes into being like, is it a religious war? Is it a biological war? Because he's tying the snake as a serpent. And in Christianity, or Catholics, whatever you want to call it, pretty much the snake symbolized evil, right? So he kind of all ties it into this. It's a really cool fucking little documentary. So if you got time, go look it up. It's called Watch the Water, because he's saying like, when the COVID hit and everybody was saying it was like airborne virus.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I really bought that, because people were still getting sick when people were locked up in their houses. It didn't make sense. Right. He says, watch the water as the title of the movie, because he's saying they probably put it in the water. You know what I mean? And people were like, you know, drinking the water, obviously, because, dude, there was people like in their house, staying home, spraying Lysol on fucking their mail and shit. You know what I mean? Right. Like people were fucking like, there was some serious people that were just absolutely scared and lunatics about COVID that never left their house that still got COVID. So how does that happen? What, it should just fucking magically go through your fucking windows or whatever, you know what I mean? Or under your door at night. Like there's a lot of things that don't make sense about this shit, but yeah, I'll get more into detail and I'll explain more into detail about what this doctor said and what his prediction was. And it's pretty interesting documentary to take a look at.
That's cool. Check it out, bitches. Check it out, mother.
Next week, man.
Little bitches.
Yeah, little fucking bitch. You scared, little bitches?
All right. We're calling it a night because I'm fucking wiped.
Yeah, I think that's it for the Mix It Up podcast. Nick, tomorrow for the BBO NYG podcast, we're gonna have a live draft from like 8 to like midnight, probably. So if you want to come on for a little while, throw some humor into the fucking thing, because you don't really know football that well, even though you fucking lost a ton of money on it in the past. But whatever, that's neither here or there. But you could come on, talk about it. If anybody else wants to come on and talk about like a little football, hang on. You know, we got the link. DM us, make silly faces, do whatever the fuck you want. Say dumb shit, you know. So, but you know, come here tomorrow, check us out, or just follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. Spotify, we're everywhere. YouTube, if you want to watch us. Spotify, iTunes, whatever the fucking place is. Fucking Alexa, I don't know. I guess you could ask Alexa to listen to us, and then fucking she'll tell you to listen to us. So like, subscribe, hit that smash button, and then I think that's it. I think we out you, right?
Peace.
Peace. Later. Mix it up.